What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. In this video today, I am going to be going over all of my season 4 predictions for NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Remember, these are my predictions. Do I expect to see these players? Probably not. It's hard to know with 2K, but I did some research on past 2Ks, on this 2K, on stuff, tendencies with 2K, and I've compiled a list for each of the things that we could possibly see come tomorrow in the token market, in MyTEAM Limited, MyTEAM Unlimited, Triple Threat Offline, as well as that level 40 reward ultimately. So compiled my list, and guys, remember, this is my list. This probably is not right. I haven't watched any other videos, so if who I have matches up with some other people's, that's just the way it is, because I've done completely my own research by myself. So I doubt any of mine are the same predictions as anybody else outside of the level 40 reward. Possibly that might be the only one that is the same, but the rest of them are just my own research, or are from my own research. So let's just start out with the exchange. So when it comes to the exchange, look at the exchange rewards that we've gotten so far. So the season 1 big, I'm not going to do the amethyst one. We're just going to focus on the pink diamond, the one that could be usable. We've got Bob Cousy in season 1. We got Elvin Hayes in season 2. We got Elton Brand in season 3. Do you guys see a tendency? These guys all just aren't good, okay? They're just not good. They're not even usable cards. And honestly, Bob Cousy was by far the best. So we haven't really seen anything too great. Obviously, Paul Westphal was okay, but overall for the pink diamonds, they just haven't been anything great. And so when I did my research on what I could compile, what I could come up with, the name that I came up with that I think we could see as far as the pink diamond exchange reward is Jamal Wilkes. I think as far as just the odds that we get a good pink diamond, there's a slight chance it'll be a Galaxy Opal, but the odds that we see one that is going to be worth it is not good. So Jamal Wilkes is just a card that I've compiled from past 2Ks more than anything that we have seen. I think we have him in this 2K, but I don't even know what his card is. I don't even think he's usable, but he is a card that I think we could possibly see, because we got him in the season tip-off, but he's a card that I think we could see in the exchange. Again, not a great card, but a card that kind of fits the tendency, an old type of player, or a player that played a while ago that is just useless. The next thing we're going to go over is the token rewards that I'm predicting we will see tomorrow. Again, in my predictions, will we probably see any of these guys in the token market? Probably not, because that's the way 2K usually trends things. But as far as the pink diamonds are concerned, expect 2 or 3 to be added. We could only see 1, but I expect 2 or 3 probably to be added. Galaxy Opals, expect 1, 2, or 3. Probably realistically only going to see 1 tomorrow. But first pink diamond I think we have a chance to see is pink diamond Rick Barry. We don't have a Rick Barry yet in 2K, and if some of these guys, if 2K doesn't have the rights to them anymore, whatever the case may be, I'm clueless on all of that. But I think Rick Barry is a card that we saw in 2K19 was very usable in 2K19, and I think obviously last year I don't think we ever saw a good Rick Barry, but I think in 2K21 we could see a usable pink diamond Rick Barry in the token market. Again, 2K19, I remember I used him quite often because he was very, very solid. I liked his release. Give us a Rick Barry that's usable, because right now, more than ever, we need usable pink diamonds. The next card I'm going to talk about is pink diamond Reggie Lewis. Another card that, remember, these token market cards, most likely, especially the pink diamond ones, aren't going to be huge names. So Reggie Lewis is another card that doesn't have like that huge name that if he's put in packs, a bunch of people are going to rip. But at the same time, I feel like he's the type of card that 2K would add into the reward market. Last but not least, as far as pink diamonds, the last one I'm going to talk about is Kevin McHale, a card we haven't seen a lot of. A lot of people rumored him to be the last Idols player, maybe the Idols lock-in. Wasn't either of those, and it didn't surprise me because he's not a big name. But a perfect opportunity comes up for Kevin McHale when we're talking about the reward market. You can make the debate that Kevin McHale could see a Galaxy Opal reward. You definitely could make that debate, but I think there's 2 guys that we have a higher probability to see as a Galaxy Opal reward. So that's why I'm pegging Kevin McHale as a pink diamond reward. Now let's talk about the Galaxy Opal rewards. So that's going to be unlocked tomorrow is my guess. The first one is probably the most obvious choice for a lot of people, in David Robinson. The reason I say David Robinson is because we saw him last year, okay? We saw him last year in the reward market, and I think it's there's a good chance that we're going to see him again in the Galaxy Opal reward market. I might have leaned Wilt Chamberlain a couple of days ago, or not a couple of days ago. Before this last season, I'd have leaned Wilt Chamberlain to be our first Galaxy Opal reward. They did him kind of in a big way, making him a big lock-in for like 1.5 million MT. So I think we are going to see a Galaxy Opal reward in David Robinson. that can kind of match up with that Wilt Chamberlain. I think that's kind of where I'm leaning. That's who I hope 2K comes out with, and maybe that's why I'm saying David Robinson. Maybe it's not a good opportunity to get him, but maybe that's just kind of my hope. So 2K, if you are hearing this, please put David Robinson in the Galaxy Up rewards. Please, please, please. The other Galaxy Up reward that I think we have a chance to see is Galaxy Opal James Worthy. We saw him with Wilt Chamberlain in 2K19. Now, if we do get James Worthy, hopefully they don't give him base 11 or release 11. Hopefully they give him 98 or at least something that's serviceable, something that you can use. I'm trying to think. James Worthy this year right now had the Chris Webber release. But we saw what they did with Chris Webber's release. They completely changed it around because with that Galaxy Opal Chris Webber, everybody was not excited about him. Then they changed his release, made it on quick, and now everybody was like, oh my gosh, Chris Webber, and rightfully so. Chris Webber is super, super good. If we do get a James Worthy, expect him to have a different release, a more usable release, and those are my two predictions for the Galaxy Opal token rewards. The next one is MyTEAM Limited, in which this season we did see Aaron Gordon, which obviously I didn't lock in. The first season we did see Ralph Sampson, again, I didn't lock in. The second season we did see Jaylen Brown, again, I didn't get any of these players. So, in the last two seasons, we've got Jaylen Brown, who is a current player. We've got Aaron Gordon, who is a current player. But in season one, we got an old-time player, an old-school player in Ralph Sampson. But I'm leaning towards us seeing kind of that current type of player again. The first guy that comes to mind is Jimmy Butler, that we could possibly see as a limited reward. And the reason I lean Jimmy Butler is just because he fits that kind of mold as a player that we would see in limited. Now, if we get Jimmy Butler in packs, I don't feel like he's that big. He's not a small name, but he's not a huge name in which people are going to, rip packs like LeBron James, for example. But at the same time, he's a very, very solid player that I think fits that limited type role. The other player is another current player. I think we could possibly see a DeMarcus Cousins. Now, the reason I say DeMarcus Cousins is because outside of his base card and outside of that diamond that people were pulling day one, we haven't seen anything about DeMarcus Cousins. They're not super hyped up, but I think that 2K can make them good enough for like budget players for them to feel rewarded, be rewarded with a pretty serviceable card. So the two players that I came up with for as far as MyTEAM Limited is concerned is Jimmy Butler and DeMarcus Cousins. I was actually going to save limited until after I talked about triple threat offline and domination. So can we realistically see another domination? Absolutely. Do I think we will see a domination? Not yet. I don't think we're going to see a domination yet. Now, maybe we will. Maybe there's been something released in 2K that we will see a domination this season. It's just if there has been, I personally haven't seen it. I just truly haven't seen it. I just think season 5 is probably when we're going to see that second domination. Not to say we can't see it this season, because we definitely can. But for me, it's just, I don't think we will. Now, a lot of people are saying domination's coming back. I know a lot of people in their prediction videos are said stuff about domination. But for me, I don't think we will for sure see a domination. Now, one thing that is certain is that we will see a reward for the 750 wins. So within triple threat offline, we've seen Michael Finley. We have seen Victor Oladipo. We have seen Diamond JaVale McGee. Those are the players that we have seen so far. No players have been worth grinding, okay? So honestly, we've seen a center, right, in JaVale McGee. We've seen a shooting guard in Victor Oladipo. We've seen a small forward in Michael Finley. I think this time they're going to go in the point guard direction. Now, there's a lot of different ways they can go in the point guard direction. The way I'm leaning is towards Isaiah Thomas. I think we'll get IT because I'm pretty sure if I remember right, and I don't remember what 2K it was, 2K17, 18, one of those 2Ks. I think there was an Isaiah Thomas, and I'm trying to think of what the game mode called. Whatever the triple threat game mode was called, Blacktop maybe. I think Isaiah Thomas was available through there, if I am remembering everything correctly. But if not, I still think IT is going to come up this season as far as a reward. Could Isaiah Thomas be a token reward? Absolutely. Could he be a limit or an exchange reward? Maybe, maybe. But I'm leaning towards triple threat offline just because I think he fits this mold as far as a 750 win reward player. Next up, we do have the MyTEAM Unlimited reward, which obviously this season we did see the Pink Diamond Andre Iguodala. Last season we saw Pink Diamond Patrick Ewing, and then the season before that we did ultimately see Paul Pierce. So that kind of leads me to believe, I don't know what to believe, because it's similar to the other things where we've seen current players, we've seen past players, then we've seen a guy like Paul Pierce, who honestly is kind of the in-between, right? Patrick Ewing played a longer time ago, than a Paul Pierce. Then we got a middle, now we got a current kind of Andre Iguodala card. So Unlimited's all over the place like it always has been. We've seen some current day. Usually in 2K, it's always past players. I think in 2K20, I don't know if we saw any current the current day kind of unlimited rewards, but I feel like this year has just been kind of different in every aspect as a whole. So the unlimited rewards that I'm thinking of, I got 3 guys. The first guy I think is the most likely in Pink Diamond, Michael Beasley. We could see a Galaxy Opal as the unlimited reward. We might. It might be Galaxy Opal Michael Beasley, because season 4. Actually, forget it. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Galaxy Opal Michael Beasley, because I expect a ton of Galaxy Opals to be released this season. So when I say a ton, not a ton, but quite a few Galaxy Opals to be released this season, and so I think they're gonna try to make unlimited rewarding. So expect maybe to see a Galaxy Opal in my team unlimited. And the first guy that kind of came to my mind was Michael Beasley, a guy that we haven't seen at all this year. We've seen him in reward markets, in the token market in years past. So you just don't really know where he's going to fall this season or this year. I kind of am thinking in the unlimited category, but we'll see. The second guy that came to my mind is Larry Johnson. Now, we did see a diamond Larry Johnson not too long ago, so that's why I think we have a better chance of seeing Michael Beasley. But a lot of people like that Larry Johnson, and if they give that Larry Johnson the same release, if they give him better stats, if they give him that release on quick, a lot of different things, they could really soup up that Larry Johnson. And last but not least, I think we could see Wes Unseld. Now, you guys might be like, oh, nah, not Wes Unseld. He's like 6'2" center. No, here's the thing about Wes Unseld. Okay, I think he's what, 6'7", and even at 6'7", if he gets the power forward / center eligibility, he's gonna be able to hold it down. Wayne Embry is what, 6'8", 6'9". He can hold it down. I play Zion at 6'6" in the power forward position. He can hold it down. If they give Wes Unseld the right stats, the right hot spots, the right release, with a good 3-bow, with everything else, they could really soup him up as far as a My Team Unlimited reward. So we have gone through every category so far except the level 40 reward, which I'm not going to get into the level 33 reward. I'm not going to get into all these rewards because I have no idea. And honestly, those rewards are really never worth it. So as far as the level 40 reward, I've thought, and I've been thinking. It's like, here's the thing. They're going to make the level 40 rewards something very good. But the problem I see, who could it possibly be? Because we've seen Steph, we've seen Blake, we've seen D Wade. Who else could we see that would not necessarily be great game breaking, but be a card that is going to be on every squad in 45 days? The thing I've had to keep coming back to is, who could we see as a card that could break the game? Like, not break the game, but be a card that everybody would use. And so obviously, there's a couple of guys that have came to my mind. The first guy being Kawhi Leonard. I think if we get a juice Kawhi Leonard, let's say we get an Opal Kawhi that can play small forward, shooting guard, 6'7", obviously has great stats, great release, great sigs, great tendencies, then I think that Kawhi Leonard definitely is a card. Let's say he has 18 Hall of Fame badges to 20 Hall of Fame badges. That's the type of card, the 3-and-D player that everybody would want. And a lot of people are like, Todd, nobody's gonna really grind for Kawhi. I think you're wrong. I think if they soup Kawhi up enough that people will grind for him, similar to Jimmy Butler. Like if they put Jimmy Butler as a level 40 reward and they really souped him up, everybody would grind for him. We all know that Kawhi Leonard always has a smooth release, has great animations. And just think about the All-Star Kawhi we got last year, not around this time, a little bit later in the year. He was used into late June. And so that's the thing, his longevity is there. And that's why I do think we could see a Kawhi Leonard, a kind of hyped up card. The next guy that I think we have an outside chance of seeing is a Ben Simmons, right? If we get a point guard Ben Simmons that can shoot, everybody is going to grind for that card. Now, I don't expect that just because I feel like if we're going to get him, he'll be in the Flash glitch set, and 2K will try to make the most out of that MT type of situation. But don't be surprised if we see a Ben Simmons here to hype things up. Honestly, my prediction is Kawhi Leonard mainly and first and foremost. But I do want to mention Ben Simmons just in case it happens. But guys, those are kind of my predictions. I went through them pretty quickly. Let me know down below in the comments who was I just out there on? Who do you guys think we don't have a chance of seeing? And who do you guys think, maybe we do have a chance at seeing as well? Let me know that down below in the comments. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard, Ben Simmons, they've been talked about in the community for the level 40 rewards. So don't be surprised if your favorite creator has predicted those as well. But if anybody's predicted Jamal Wilkes, let me know, because that's my prediction, honestly, as far as the exchange reward. For the level 40 reward, it's hard to get kind of out there and not kind of the basic answers, because the basic answer last season was kind of that Dwyane Wade, and then we ended up seeing Dwyane Wade. So drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.